The last message. It was early morning in 2025 when a mysterious signal, unlike anything seen before, swept across the global communication networks. No one knew where it came from or even who sent it. At first, scientists thought it was a glitch in the satellite systems, perhaps a rogue wave of interference. But the signal wasn't just noise. It was a message from the future. Dr. Amelia Carter, an astrophysicist at the United Nations Space Research Center, was among the first to analyze the signal. At first, it made no sense. The code was alien, complex and layered, shifting in ways that defied any known language or pattern. But after hours of decryption, something clear emerged. The message was a warning. In 2034, a meteor will strike Earth, wiping out all life. This is the only chance to avert it. Act now. The coordinates of the meteor's trajectory were given, along with a single cryptic instruction. The key lies in the center of your planet. Use the energy of your planet to change the path of the object. Time is short. Amelia stared at the decoded message, her breath caught in her throat. The words burned into her mind as though they were a grim prophecy. She knew there was no time to waste. Earth was facing an extinction-level event, and the only hope lay in deciphering the message, now. Chapter 1. The Gathering Storm. The global response was immediate. The United Nations, under heavy pressure from all sides, convened an emergency meeting. Countries that had never spoken to one another began to share resources, information, and expertise. The world's top scientists, military experts, engineers, and diplomats came together in a race against time. Several years had passed before all nations came to the understanding that the end would be swift for all humanity, but still the distrust and differences were abysmal between countries with divergent ideologies. The message had been clear. A massive meteor, whose path would cross Earth's orbit in 49 days, would strike with the power of 1,000 atomic bombs. If humanity couldn't stop it, the world as they knew it would end. But there was a glimmer of hope. The extraterrestrials, who had somehow sent the message back from the future, had given them a path forward. However, the instructions were vague. Use the energy of your planet to change the path of the object. The ambiguity of those words sent chills through every leader in the room. They had no idea what it meant. A secret task force, led by Dr. Amelia Carter and a brilliant engineer named Rafael Torres, was assembled to tackle the mystery. Their first step: investigate the nature of the meteor. "We don't have much time," said Amelia, her voice grim. "We need to understand everything about this meteor, its size, its velocity, and whether we can alter its course with the technologies we currently have." Dr. Carter spent sleepless nights studying meteor impact simulations, while Torres consulted with the world's foremost engineers to determine if any existing technologies could deflect the meteor. But nothing seemed powerful enough. They were out of options. Chapter 2. The Hidden Power. Then, just days before the meteor was set to pass by Earth, the final breakthrough came. It was Torres who first made the connection. "The energy of the planet," he muttered to himself. "Wait a second. Volcanic energy. What if we can harness the geothermal energy from the Earth's core?" He rushed to Amelia, his eyes wide with realization. "The center of the Earth is where all the power is. If we could tap into the massive geothermal reserves beneath the surface, we might be able to create a focused burst of energy strong enough to redirect the meteor's path." Amelia nodded, a sense of clarity sweeping over her. "It's brilliant, but how do we even begin to access the core without devastating the planet? The amount of energy we're talking about is beyond anything we've ever attempted." Chapter 3. The Countdown. With only 30 days left before the meteor would make its final approach, the world united in an unprecedented display of collaboration. Nations pooled their resources. Scientists, engineers, and military forces worked tirelessly to build the most ambitious project humanity had ever conceived: a massive drilling system designed to bore deep into the Earth's mantle and extract enough geothermal energy to create a powerful deflection pulse. The project, named Project Earthshield, was not without its challenges. As the days ticked down, tensions rose. Countries argued over the control of resources, worried about how much of the Earth's core could be safely accessed without destabilizing the planet. There were fears that the project might cause catastrophic earthquakes, or worse, trigger a volcanic eruption that could devastate entire continents. But in the face of certain death, humanity pushed on. The drilling machines were constructed. Huge tunnels were dug beneath the Pacific Ocean and the Arctic, where the Earth's crust was thinnest. The world watched as the clock ticked ever closer to zero. Meanwhile, the meteor, an enormous rock hurtling toward Earth at unimaginable speeds, was nearly upon them. Chapter 4: The Last Hope. As the final days dwindled away, the drilling was complete. A colossal energy generator, powered by the geothermal energy extracted from the core, was now ready. But a new obstacle emerged. The meteor's trajectory had shifted slightly due to a gravitational anomaly. It was no longer on a direct collision course, but it was now aimed at the heart of the ocean, where the most populated regions of the world lay. The countdown had already begun, and even with the energy generator powered up, there was no guarantee the deflection would work. Emilia and Torres stood together at the control center, the tension palpable. "This is it," Torres said. "If this doesn't work, we're done." "I know," Emilia said, her voice steady, "but we have no choice." With just hours to go, the entire world watched as the energy generator was activated. A massive pulse of geothermal power surged through the Earth's crust, sending waves of energy into the atmosphere. The meteor, now visible to the naked eye, was moments away from impact. The energy beam, a concentrated burst of the planet's raw energy, shot skyward. For a moment, nothing happened. The silence was deafening. Then, something incredible occurred. The meteor began to shift. It was slow at first, then faster, until finally it veered off its collision course. The world held its breath as the meteor passed harmlessly by, the path it had once followed, now altered forever. Chapter 5: A New Dawn. When the dust settled, the world was still standing. The meteor had missed. The Earth had been saved. In the days that followed, the world came together in celebration, but also in reflection. Humanity had come together in a way never before seen, united by a common cause. The message from the future had changed everything. But even as they celebrated, one question lingered in the back of Emilia's mind. Who sent the message, and why? The answers, for now, remained hidden in the stars.